What's going on guys, Bunks here, and today I'm going to be talking about the things you probably missed from the latest No Mans Sky version 4.0 update, Waypoint. Now of course you probably already know the main parts of the update, like the Nintendo Switch port, new custom game modes, trade rocket, inventory visuals and so on, and if you didn't, all you need to do is watch the trailer on Hello Games' YouTube channel. But this video is going to aim to tell you the much smaller and finer details of the update that you may have missed, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get stuck in. So let's start off with some nice enhancements to the atmospherics on board the Anomaly, making it feel deeper and more immersive. I think this is a welcomed update to Anomaly since we haven't had any major changes to it recently, apart from maybe adding the egg sequencer all the way back in early 2021, so this is a nice touch from Hello Games. Now interacting with drop pods on planetary surfaces is up next, and that has changed a little bit as well. Now when you interact with them, it's going to generate a marker and a guide mission to assist you to repair that so you can get that exosuit expansion slot. They can now also be found directly with the exosuit upgrade charts, rather than having to feed data into a signal booster. There are a few visual improvements with update 4.0, so let's first talk about the on-planet surface updates, and you should notice the most common of those being the knowledge stones. When you interact with them and learn a new word, the animation of knowledge stones looks pretty cool. Ancient ruins have also had a similar visual enhancement when you go up to and interact with them, and finally beacons have had some cool visual enhancements when you interact with them as well. Small changes but nice little touches. Sticking with visuals, holograms like you could find on Freighter Base, teleporters like the ones you can find on space stations in the Anomaly, and finally space station tractor beams have also been given a fresh breath of life with some pretty cool looking visual improvements. A final visual enhancement, which is a pretty big one, is the Atlas interface has been greatly improved to provide a more awe-inspiring visual effects. Now you might know this one already, but I'm going to include it anyways. It's one of my favourite small features about the new update, and that is the new crafting trees. Sure, we all know how to craft the basics like carbon nanotubes, metal plating and so on, but I didn't know how to craft some of the more complicated components without googling it, so the new crafting tree is a welcome addition, so you know exactly what you need to craft initially to get those more complicated resources. So even as recently as the latest endurance update, asteroid fields have had cool visual enhancements, and now Hello Games have added in some new rare exotic asteroids into the mix to shake it up even more. I'm all for the space visual updates to make the game feel more immersive, so long may it continue. Now I recently did a video around some quality of life improvements and ease of use improvements that are needed in the game. Hello Games have added a good few of these as part of the Waypoint update, so I'll list a few of those off for you. So the maximum number of communication station icons displayed at once has been greatly reduced, so when you visit a planet that many players have also been there, your heads-up display is not overwhelmed by them all. Scanning anything with your analysis visor has now been made a lot quicker, making the discovery, especially of fast-moving creatures, much more efficient, and I do really like this feature a lot. Cursor control when navigating any of the menus has been improved for people, like me, who use controllers rather than keyboard and mouse, so I welcome this update very much. Now this one doesn't affect me because I don't use first person, but the first person head bob has the option to now be disabled. When you're building a base and wiring up those components, the reticle targeting is more forgiving and less fiddly than it used to be, which I welcome as well because I do like creating a good base. Jetpack movement upgrades have been made more powerful, waypoints are now highlighted in the analysis visor, and traveller graves will now manifest memory fragments, offering important technology upgrades to aid living travellers on their journeys. And that concludes a good chunk of some of the ease of use and quality of life improvements that Hello Games have added to No Mans Sky in Waypoint. Now finally, it's about darn time, but Hello Games have introduced save renaming along with automatic record of the save's last location, for example on board the Space Anomaly or on your freighter, which is a nice little additional touch on top of a small feature that I should have been put in years ago. Now that folks is all the smaller updates and quality of life improvements you may have missed from update 4.0 Waypoint. If you want to check out the full patch notes of this big update, head on over to No Mans Sky's official website. I'll leave the link in the description as well for you. I hope you found this video useful and that it taught you something new about the Waypoint update, and if it did, please hit those like and subscribe buttons so you never have to miss out on any of my future No Mans Sky videos. I will be covering all future updates along with how-to guides, amazing locations, rumours and much more, so you don't want to miss out on those, right? And as always, thank you for watching and catch you next time.